What's up, party people? This is Jose Heredia with the CrossFitter Show. And I ran into a very interesting website recently. The website is called customipodmix.com. I have the creator and founder of the website online, but he agreed to be interviewed anonymously. And we'll be talking to him about how he created the website and the history behind the website and also the controversy behind the website. So let's go ahead and talk to Ryan. Ryan, how are you?
All right, I'm doing good, Jose.
Good. So, Ryan, what is it that the website does, or what do you do?
Okay, well, how the website got started, I'll give you a little history on that before we get into, what it does and whatnot. One of my friends who lives in Florida, I've been friends with this girl for quite some time now through a charity we had worked on together, was getting married, and she was doing what every DJ hates, the newest trend is the do-it-yourself wedding. And that's what she was doing. She was putting everything together herself. It was actually a brunt wedding on a Friday morning slash afternoon. And just asked her, so what are you going to do about music? And she's like, well, I'm going to just go without. And I said, well, I'll just make something up for you. It was just, it's kind of like my wedding gift to her, I guess the best way to put it. I'll just put something together for you. Let me know what you want, and I can send it over to you. And that's kind of how it got started. She used it. Some people had asked her, where did you get the music from and whatnot? And she kind of gave him my name without me knowing it at first, and then it kind of grew from there. I guess is the best way to put it. We realized there was a slight market for this, so we started putting together some mixes for some other companies, some clubs that were doing some grand opening type things, a couple church groups that were doing some things, and then a couple other weddings, and it kind of went from there.
And so you provided a mix to a bride, and that's kind of how it started.
Yes,
And
yeah.
that's basically what you do is you create a mix, a pre-recorded mix for both the dinner and the dancing.
Correct. Yes, there's two separate mixes. There's the dinner mix and the dance mix. They get the dinner mix is it's all customizable. They can give us an idea of the type of music they're looking for, the genres, and that kind of stuff, and then we take that and create their mix for them. The dinner mix is about an hour and a half long. The reception mix normally is about 3.5 hours long, and it can be customized down to we can put small little breaks in it. So if they want to have a like a father-daughter dance or a mother-son dance, we can give them like a 10-second gap between a couple songs so they can go get the parents and whatnot. The one thing we do not do is any announcing on it. So like we don't do the bridal party introductions or anything along those lines. It's just simply the music.
So this is geared mainly to do-it-yourself brides, brides who, for whatever reason, really want something very inexpensive to be able to provide some type of music for their wedding.
Exactly. Yes, and it's brides who are planning on doing the quote unquote iPod wedding to begin with.
Okay.
That's the market that we go after, and that's we don't go after brides or even really talk to brides who are already looking for the we want an MC DJ type thing. It's only the ones who are going want to do it yourself wedding to begin with.
Now, this has created controversy because in the DJ industry, we look at iPod weddings as, I guess, kind of of taking away from our business. Do you agree to that?
No, I don't, and I'll explain why. Because brides who are going to do-it-yourself weddings or iPod weddings are not looking for DJs to begin with. And as much as some DJs out there want to believe that they can turn the bride and convince them to go with the DJ, if a bride is dead set on having a do-it-yourself wedding or an iPod wedding, whichever way you want to put it, there's no amount of convincing that's going to talk them out of that. And that's just what I've discovered. And the reason I say that is because when we get an inquiry in about our service, we lay it out that this is what you can expect from a wedding that you're planning, and this is what you can expect from a wedding that's going to have a professional entertainment company. You need to understand the differences between the two. And so we do tell them that they're not going to have certain things that they see at other weddings, and they're not going to have certain aspects that a professional company will give them, and they always still choose the do-it-yourself route. So they're locked into their mind that this is what they want to do, and because of that, we're not taking away business from a professional, legitimate DJing company.
Another question that arises is the legality of the mix itself. I mean, how do you make the music available and not stay out of the viewing prying eyes of the recording
IRA
industry?
and things like that. There's a couple things I'd like to say about that. First off, this is going to be a hard way, and I told you I would agree to talk about this. So let's take the IRA as a whole to start with. You put 5 IRA members or agents or whatever you want to call them in a room and ask them this one question, you're going to get 5 separate answers. And where I'm going with this is you can't definitively say where you can get music legally from. This is where I'm heading with this. And if you ask an IRA member, is it okay for a professional entertainment company to use music from iTunes and Amazon at their event, you're going to get 5 different answers from 5 different IRA members. In the technical legal answer to that question is no, it is not okay, because it says right in the terms of service for both Amazon and iTunes that it cannot be used for commercial or professional use. It says it right there. So if you want to talk, if a DJ wants to come up to me and say, my library is 100% legal, all I'm going to ask them is, do you have anything from iTunes in your library? If they say yes, then I go, your library is not 100% legal. Now, where I'm going with this is people who are going to be doing this to begin with, who are going to be doing the do-it-yourself weddings to begin with, are going to most likely be using music from iTunes, Amazon, or even worse, we know where I'm going, torrents and things like that, which I'm not even going down that road because that is obviously illegal. All we are doing is providing them with the same music they would have from basically the same sources they would be getting it from, just providing the service to take out the gaps and mix it together. That's our stance on this. Now, yes, you can say you're reselling music that you technically don't own, and we'll take the knock on that. We'll say, yes, we are doing that in a technical sense. But also, anyone who is not getting their music from, TM Century, promo only, ERG, if you're only using iTunes and things like that, technically you're breaking the law too by playing it at your event. So that's kind of our position on it. We're not saying that by the letter of the law, what we're doing is not illegal, but we're also saying that we're not doing something that they wouldn't be doing already.
I see. Have you been approached by the RIAA?
No.
Okay.
Which very well could be after this interview, but as of right now we haven't been, no.
And so going back to the mixes themselves,
yes.
Though the mixes are custom made according to the customer's preference and genres and particular songs, are they unique? Are all the mixes unique for that particular client then?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
If you go onto our site, you'll see some of the mixes that we have. We have mixes that are, we did one that was for a grand opening for a church event. That was a complete techno mix. That's what they wanted, was techno rave feel to it. So it was a lot of electronic music. The mix, some of the mixes we've done have been very VH1 Morning Joe type mixes, where it's a lot of acoustic stuff and things like that. We did a mix for a client that was in London that was very rock heavy, a lot of Kings of Leon and stuff like that kind of music. So it is tailored to what their tastes are. We do warn them, however, that just because you like certain types of music doesn't mean the 150 people in the audience or on your guest list is going to like that kind of music. So we do want them to kind of mix it up, but we tailor to what their taste would be. Yes.
And do you record them live, or how do you about
Yes.
recording them?
Well, we use virtual DJ. It's a in-time virtual DJ recording of it. We use the virtual DJ recorder to mix them right there live on our computer. Save the mix on the one file, and then that file is sent to the client via YouSendIt.
Wow. Thank you very much, Ryan, for coming on the show. The website, again, is customipodmix.com if you would like to check it out. Or if not, that's up to you. But thank you, Ryan, for coming on the show.
Thanks a lot.